Hi folks, this is Kenneth Price, psychiatric shaman. This video is going to be different from all the other ones I made. This one's not going to be about withdrawal. This one's going to be about a topic which I need to post a video on. I took an outreach call last night, and it was probably the most intuitively guided outreach call that I've had since I started this ministry. This was guided without even a second thought. I had somebody message me who's been, on my Zoom calls before, and she intuitively knew that I would be the person that she could talk to. She had just gone to see her doctor, and she's going through quite a heroic journey. A heroic journey through the dark night of the soul, a heroic journey to recapture her heart and to become an authentic individual and to live according to some dividedly guided principles. And it's not easy for her right now. And she got honest with her doctor. She told him, hey buddy, I got a lot of intrusive thoughts going on here. I'm actually feeling some violence here. And guess what, folks? I have to laugh, because if I don't laugh, I'm going to get angry. You know what the doctor wrote on her chart? Schizophrenia. God, I'm so glad she reached out to me. I wanted to share in this video how I handled it with her. I said, hey, listen, sweetie. We've got to. First of all, I said, I said, you know better than that. Look into my eyes. You're fine. You're not mentally ill. But the reason I'm glad that she reached out to me is I said, here's how I want you to handle it. I want you to picture the doctor who wrote down that diagnosis. Picture him in a clown outfit. Picture him with all the makeup and all the red nose and the purple hair and the clown pajamas. I said, that's going to get you through it as quickly as possible. The other thing I said to her was, if that's his belief, if that belief is serving him in his allopathic model, I said, let him write that down on the chart. For him, let it write it down. And if he feels he needs to write it down, if you can have one of those worldly diagnoses, so you can receive worldly, disability checks, or worldly services that will generate, fictitious green paper strips and little metal discs that are round, allow it. All right, that's as far as we're going to go with that. Now, this was my conversation with her. The first thing that I said to her was, we got to remember the quote by Krishnamurti. Okay? To be well adjusted to an insane society is not a measure of mental health. I was gonna. The reason I want to bring this up is specifically, she said, I'm having intrusive thoughts. Folks, that's not a mental illness. That's a sign of egoic death. Do you know what happens when we get closer to our heart? Do you know what happens when we get closer to an authentic truth? The ego goes on hyperdrive. The ego goes on an all-flank eruption. It comes to the surface with a vengeance. They're called intrusive thoughts, by the way, folks. This is not something that's schizophrenic, that we put them into a category of a diagnosable illness for psychotropic pills. This is the emergence of a shaman. One of my videos even posted, it was either in one of my videos or in the book that I wrote. There's an article somewhere, and I'm going to put it inside of this video. I think this is an appropriate place. The article is, What a Shaman Sees in a Mental Hospital. This video is unlike all my others. I'm not talking about withdrawals. This video is for, maybe this video is for someone who is considering going on medication. No, don't. It's a little bit irresponsible of me to say that. Before I say don't, call me first. let me share with you resources so you can have options before you start taking those pills. And the reason I'm saying that, folks, is when I was a young man, 30 years ago by now, over 30 years ago, I was a connected, brilliant, talented, gifted, outside-the-box thinker. I could not fit into public schools. I could not fit into conventional jobs. I was an artist. And guess what? This world, the way it's designed and engineered in our culture, extraordinarily difficult for me to fit in. And I started having stress, and I started having depression, and I started having anxiety. Is it? And you know, I allowed them to put me on the pills. I'm not complaining, because it's the foundation of this entire ministry, because I had to go through the withdrawals, and the withdrawals is where I meet most of the people, you know, in the medically injured community. But nonetheless, this video is for people maybe who are about to go in the direction of psychiatry. And that is the black road. My ministries, that is the black road. My ministry is about the red road. I'll put the description of the black road and the red road in my description line also. But getting back to what I told this woman, I said, sweetie, you're beautiful, you are courageous, you are going through shadow work. I'll put shadow work in the description also. I said, you don't need pills. You need support, you need love, you need encouragement for someone to look you in the eye, like I'm doing right now, and say, what you're going through is the emergence. This is an emergence. Emergence into mysticism. I'll just keep it at that. This is the emergence. This is the making of a mystic. This is the making of a shaman. Your path is not going to look cookie cutter. I had a friend in AA once who was a brilliant woman. And she was the one who pegged it in my story early on. She said, if I were to hand you a coloring book, would you color inside the lines or would you color outside the lines? And I said, well, you know, depending on one age, but, you know, maybe if I were a young man, I would probably, you know, start creating my own artwork outside the lines. And she said, perfect. I'm sensing shaman here. You know, one of the whole the purpose of my ministry, folks. I can't say there's one purpose, but I don't want you guys to have to go through what I went through. I don't want you to have to get lost in psychiatry. The pills they gave me for a mental illness that wasn't true made me sick. They closed down my heart. They closed down my intuition. They tried to stop my connection to source, and that was my mental illness. Truly, I have a very powerful message that we're living in an upside down and a backwards world. The reason I like this community so much is the people who are going to hear my message are the ones who have realized the ultimate futility of this of our mental health system. But we're not going to go into blame. We're heroes. Heroes don't blame. Heroes become wise. They got a lot of work ahead of them, but that's why I'm dedicating, you know, this ministry to just doing that work. This is about a 10-minute video on a Saturday evening. Let's stop all this serious talk. I'm down here by the Willamette River. Look at that. We got beautiful sunshine here, Portland, Oregon, on a January afternoon. Also down here at Dog Park. Dogs are so much smarter than humans. I come down here to capture the wisdom of the dogs. All right. Leave your comments below. All right. I need your help. This is a two-way street. I'll support you. You support me. But share with me what's working, what you can hear, and we'll go from there. The second part is I'm also going to put a link to my Zoom call. That's every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. So please, we do this in community. We need your participation. Okay. Number 3. If you haven't heard it, I've been repeating this. This is my 40-second video. I've repeated it in every single video. Folks, you're not damaged. You know what the damaged ones are? The damaged ones are the people who can get up and go to a job they don't like, to pay for insurance policies they don't need, to capture, IRAs for retirements that they're not going to use, in order so they can get their gold watch, at age 65, retire and die and have, created an absolutely worthless life, and wasted, all their energy on things that really didn't matter. That's damage. That's where the damage is. I'm sorry. Right now, all of you who are going through a withdrawal, now I'll get back to the people who are going through a withdrawal, are exiting that. You're not going to go through all that. So, you know where I stand. If you come to me sobbing and crying because you're losing your retirement account, you're losing your house, you're losing your mortgages, I'm not going to give any self-pity. I'm going to say, not a problem, opportunity. I turn everything around. Remember, I'm the psychiatric shaman. I'm changing the narrative. This narrative is truer than the narrative you've been given, and that's why it's not a popular narrative. And that's why, people have labeled me mentally ill. They say, you're crazy because you're not buying into the conventional narrative. Back to Krishnamurti. To be well adjusted to an insane society is not a sign of mental health. You know where I'm going with this, okay? I love you guys. I love this community. So that it took me 50 years to find it. All good things in life are worth waiting for. 12-minute video. All right, folks. I love you all. You're going to be fine. And the reason you haven't been damaged, because who you are can't be damaged. I don't operate, at the paradigm of the problem. I operate at the paradigm of the solution. I don't operate at the world of materialism. I operate at the world of the spirit. You don't want the world of materialism. It's temporal. You want the world of spirit. It's eternal. Got it? Love you all. God bless. Kenneth Price. Bye.